I mentioned Kyle Filipowski. I think he's like one of my favorites right now. So I think if for some reason he's like floating around, or if somebody's in a tough situation and they need to, he's their worst player, you're in a shallow league, let's say an 8-team league, somebody dropped him, I would jump on Kyle Filipowski. But somebody that was the topic of discussion for so many fantasy analysts, fantasy circles, and leagues, DeJounte Murray. So DeJounte was somebody that I was on a hilltop about. Like, listen, in the draft season, I was like, just draft him, draft Kyrie, and stash. Draft them after round 11. Nobody's going to be thinking about them. Just draft them and hold, right? Kyrie, after a while, I had to make the decision. You got to cut him because you know he's not coming back. But there was still hope for DeJounte. And when DeJounte came back, I figured there would be like a slow ramp up for him. Like maybe they'll play him 18 minutes. He came out the gate 20 or more minutes, and he's played at least 25 minutes in most of the games he's played so far. And he's scoring in that 35, 40 fantasy points per game right now, right? This is a player that you got for absolutely free. People gave up on him. If you have him on your roster or you stashed him, he's going to be the type of player that, surprisingly enough, they're running him and like letting him get reps in towards the end of the season, I guess, in preparation for next year. So he's a player that I'm definitely feeling like could help to swing the balance of power, because essentially you're getting like really a second, third round guy for free. So if you add him to that roster where you drafted a Max, or you drafted, another first round guy, Jalen Johnson, for example, is another good one that I think, where people drafted him. People drafted Jalen Johnson second, third round, and he's performing at a top 5